get so angry at me, you're gonna be violent on every fucking body. Got me? Yes, sir. You sure? Yes,
sir. In this video, you will see what happens when cops save kids from a house of horrors.
We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
How did you get the ropes on you?
And what happens when they finally arrest the perpetrators.
Step out of the house. Step out of the house.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
You know what? Do me a favor, man. Turn around.
No. What?
But first, let's start with a family YouTuber who didn't understand the difference between disciplining her children and cruelty.
How did you get the ropes on you? Who did them?
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay?
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out. I'll wait till I have a lawyer. Okay.
On August 30th, 2023, a resident of Ivins, Utah called 911 about a 12-year-old boy who showed up at his residence pleading for help. The boy had duct tape around his ankles, sores all over his body, and looked like he had been in captivity.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty. Yeah, there's sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been...
He also has
and he has it around his ankle
as well.
When first responders arrive at the scene, they're shocked by the extent of his injuries and immediately load him into an ambulance. However, officers must determine how he ended up in such a condition and piece together the details.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Tolber. I'm going to just get a few pictures. Are you okay with that?
How did you get the ropes on you? Who did them? You're not in trouble with me, okay? We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Our main focus right now is you, okay? Who put the ropes on you?
The man who called the cops revealed that the home the boy escaped from belonged to a woman named Jody Hildebrandt, which the boy also confirmed. The boy added that 2 of his siblings were likely still trapped inside the house. The officers then quickly made their way to the House of Horrors just 2 doors up the street.
Front door's off to the left.
Open the door! Jody? I need you to step out.
I have my turn.
That's great. Step out of the house.
This is Jody Hildebrandt, business partner of the well-known family vlogger and YouTube personality Ruby Franke. Ruby gained fame by documenting the lives of her 6 children on her YouTube channel 8 Passengers, which had over 2 million subscribers. She was known for her tough love approach and had already been heavily criticized online for her harsh parenting style. Frank and Hildebrandt became acquainted through a professional relationship after Ruby separated from her husband. But nothing could prepare the officers for what they were about to find as they entered Hildebrandt's home.
I need you to step out.
I have my turn.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not going to step out of the
Step out of the
house.
house.
Step out of the house.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
We're just going to see if
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
anybody else home.
Wait a minute, how do you come in my house?
Right there.
Look, they go on into my house.
So have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there. I'll explain everything after. Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant, sir?
Control 12x11. Can you hold the air? We're searching the house.
I can tell you what's in the house.
Okay. Just have a seat right there for me.
Hildebrandt appears frightened as she tries to stop the search party by claiming the police don't have a search warrant. Her reaction isn't surprising, especially when an officer finds a young child seated in what appeared to be a closet.
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay? Is it just you in here? Where's your sister at? Contact 1. You okay? Huh? You doing okay? I'm not gonna hurt you. Promise. See this right here? It's a badge. It tells me I don't hurt people.
The girl is clearly emaciated and seemingly too afraid to speak or leave. It took 2 officers to try to get her to open up, but she wouldn't say a word. Realizing the delicate nature of the situation, a female fire rescue worker steps in and the girl gradually starts to come around.
Are you scared?
What?
We helped your brother. And we got him some help too. And that's what we want to do for you. That's we want to get you some help too. We are safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
The girl ultimately walked out with the emergency responders and was later rushed to the hospital. Cops searched the entire house but didn't find any other child. Shortly after the gruesome discovery, Rabyah Franke was notified of her immediate arrest and invoked her right to remain silent all the way to the station.
Rabyah, what's your last name? Just so I could tell them I'm transferring. Okay. Control traffic 13.
To talk to you about kind of a few things involving your kids. So first, do you live down here, or do you want to talk to me about where you live or how many kids you have? So we just spoke with your husband, and he said you guys have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids? Do you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
Or do you want me to, I can step out if you want.
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to us at all?
Police searched the home and discovered duct tape, ropes used to bind the children's hands and feet, a reported mixture of honey and cayenne pepper used in a gruesome manner to treat wounds, and a 60-page journal Rabyah had used to document the timeline of the abuses. These disturbing discoveries led to the conclusion that it was a house of horrors, yet Rabyah continued to remain silent. But cops find Hildebrand only slightly less so.
We just want to get to know you a little, so if you just kind of want to share a little about yourself and what brought you down here. And
So I trust my attorney. He said, don't say anything. And I said, I have nothing to hide. And he's like, I know that, but just let me be there with you when we talk. So you guys seem nice people.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm trying to be difficult. This is really, if you knew all the pieces, I think you'd have a lot of empathy for what's going on.
That's what we're looking for. And you're an adult, and the thing about our interview, if we ask you any questions that you don't want to answer, you can just tell us, I don't want to answer that question. But we do want to have a basis and an understanding of what's going on in that home, or what went on up north that brought them into your home. Mm-hmm. And so if you want to share any of that and you don't want to answer any other questions, that's okay.
I'd like to just tell you, but I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're going to flip my words. I don't know.
And that's the good thing about cameras. Everything, it's pretty much double recorded, audio, video, and it's for the safety for you and for us, because we don't want to flip your words. And this will all be pretty much right there to support you. So we're not going to use anything against you.
Be so insistent then. He's an honest, good man, goes to church. I trust him. Why would he say that to me then?
I don't know. I don't know your attorney, to be honest.
Well, I'm just saying he's a good, honest man.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
I'm an honest person as well, so we get along great. And he just said, do not say anything.
Maybe just as an attorney, they
always say that.
They always want to be with their client. I'm not sure, but like I said, at any time, if you don't want to answer a question, you don't have to. So the ball's really in your court on what you do want to answer and what you don't. So,
well, I think it looks bad that I don't want to answer anything, but it's not because I'm trying to be difficult.
Rabyah Franke and Jody Hildebrand were charged with child abuse. However, Ruby's charges were reduced from 6 counts to 2 following her decision to testify against Hildebrand, after which she pleaded for leniency.
Where I have broken hearts, and I've caused people to suffer, and I have betrayed sacred trust. Watching my community respond to my charges with justice and mercy and grace and love is all the more evidence to me how wrong I've been. This world is full of really good people. I'm sorry for twisting God's word and distorting his doctrines.
The sentence will be that Ms. Franke serve 4 counts, 4 1 to 15-year sentences based on her convictions for 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. Again, they will be served consecutively pursuant to the parties' agreement and the applicable statute. Under the applicable statute, the court finds that consecutive sentences are appropriate.
Ruby Franke and Jody Hildebrandt pleaded guilty on 4 counts and were both sentenced to 1 to 15 years in prison. If you thought Franke and Hildebrandt were unhinged, what happens when officers show up just in time after a deranged mother leaves her daughter for dead in a horrific condition?
Oh, she's still breathing. She's still breathing. Let's go. Let's go.
Who lives here?
We haven't even got that far.
On January 8, 2024, Fairborn police were called to an apartment complex on a report that a young child was struggling to breathe. Initially, the caller hung up without saying anything, but a dispatcher called back to ask whether there was an emergency. It was then that a female said a child needed desperate medical attention.
Fairborn Police.
Fairborn Police Department.
It took the officers a while to locate the apartment, but when they walked in, the conditions were unimaginable.
Yeah, good.
Somebody called the number back. Hold your mail, answer your phone. No, it is. Ariel, it is, and no one needs his phone. However,
Oh my God.
phone number that came up on the number.
Come on. Fairborn Police. I'll go. Oh, she's still breathing. She's still breathing. Let's go. Let's go.
After entering a home filled with animal feces, rodents, and trash, the child was found in a room with a soiled mattress and matted blanket, surrounded by empty pediatric nutrition drinks. At first, they thought she wasn't alive because she appeared unconscious and very pale. But when they realized she was still breathing, officers sprang into action and quickly took her to a waiting ambulance.
She's still breathing. Get a light.
Oh yeah, wow.
Let me get out of the way.
It didn't look like it.
Cow.
I'd say just pick up and look good.
Yeah. $295.
All right. Excuse me.
Call code enforcement. Have them respond, please.
Who lives here?
We haven't even got that far. Let's get pictures started. I'm going to call Johnny.
The 3-year-old weighed just 16 pounds, and given her condition, the cops knew she faced a long road to recovery. But they were determined to find out who lived in the home and why the child was left in such a horrendous state. So they contacted the anonymous 911 caller, who had used a different name, and managed to persuade her to return. A few minutes later, the woman, who was later identified as Rabyah Muballigh, arrived at the apartment.
Do you mind if I sit? My back is killing me.
What do you want?
Just sit down.
You can have a seat in the back of the...
Yeah, we're gonna have. You can have a seat in the back of my car.
Are you guys taking me?
What's that?
Are you guys taking me?
Yeah, we are. So
Can
let's.
I give my stuff to him then, please?
I'll take care of that. Let's walk in the front of my car. All right. Okay, just right here is good. If you want to face my car, just put your hands out to your sides. Nothing on your pockets at all. No pockets. Do you have?
Okay, Rabyah, my name is Ryan Whitaker. I'm a detective, and I am the detective that's going to be handling this case.
Can you call me more?
I'm sorry?
Can you call me more?
I can't. It's going to be a little bit, so right now you're going to be taken to the Fairborn Police Department. There's some administrative things that we have to do there, take a picture and some fingerprints, but I'm going to be down to talk to you soon, okay?
You may think that Muballigh is anxious and shocked about this whole situation, but notice how she doesn't ask why she's been arrested. Muballigh actually knows exactly what is happening and sounds remorseful because she was probably caught.
Let's go around to the passenger side here. Just have a seat. What's this fellow's name back here?
Travis, can you please tell him that stuff right there needs to go to my kid's dad?
Okay.
The one that was over here earlier.
Just hang out right there, man. I'll be right with you. Hey, just give me a second. All right.
Is there any way you could cuff me in the front? I have spinal problems and this really hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Just can you turn? Can you turn?
It just hurts.
Let's see here. Just second. All right.
Muballigh was arrested and taken in for questioning. She told police that she suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and was unable to properly care for her daughter or the apartment because she sleeps all day. However, this didn't hold water, given that she fled the apartment in an Uber shortly after making the 911 call. Rabyah Muballigh pleaded no contest to felony assault and child endangerment charges and was sentenced to 7 to 10.5 years at the Ohio Reformatory for Women. At least Muballigh got what she deserved for being so insensitive. But what happens when a mother subjects her toddlers in horrible living conditions and tries to play dumb?
We're still cleaning. Like, that's the thing. We've had DCF and we're still cleaning.
We don't know if the kids are on the inside, the outside, if they're in...
Got bugs crawling around in their room. It looks like there's feces all over the wall.
In the early hours of April 22nd, 2021, neighbors dialed 911 after they heard children screaming from inside a bundle home. The officers soon arrived at the residence and couldn't have expected the horror they were met with.
Is that someone passed out on the ground right there?
What's up, little buddy? Where's your mommy? Where's your mommy? You want something to drink? Do you want some more juice?
Cops are welcomed by a kid banging his juice cup against the wall and asking for something to drink. And if the circumstances weren't suspicious enough already, he realized that 2 of the kids were locked inside a room with no adult supervision.
Police.
Sheriff's office.
Oh, are you guys looking for someone?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you the mother of these children here?
Yeah, what's up?
They've been screaming and crying.
Yeah, they're playing. They have the windows open. That's what they do.
They're not playing, ma'am.
Right, well, he looks like he needs some juice or something. He's showing me his cup.
Yeah, I was just about to go get them.
Okay, well, we're getting complaints that they feel like there's children in distress over here.
Yeah, they're very loud and they scream a lot.
Yeah, it's called a kid.
Yeah.
How old are they?
It's almost 2 and 3. They're very, very...
Is anybody supervising them?
Yeah, I was just in there. Like, I was just in there getting them stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my other daughter in the
So there's like 10,000 choking hazards in there that they're locked in that room and nobody's in there supervising them? As they're screaming for the whole neighborhood to call us? And this apparently has not been the first time from all your neighbors calling in, saying that they hear this multiple times throughout the week.
The mother of the 3 children, later identified as 26-year-old Christina Coe, tried to explain away her negligence. Coe claimed they were simply playing, and there was nothing out of the ordinary since they were just kids. But as the officer questioned her further, he realized just how deplorable the living conditions of the kids are.
When was the last time you even changed their diapers? As it's sagging there, probably full.
They had a ton of juice, and it was probably an hour and a half ago when I changed their diapers.
Does this seem to be a safe environment for your children?
Yeah, it is completely safe. It's just, they're very, very loud and vocal. And since both of the windows are opened...
This is a safe environment, huh?
We're still cleaning it out. Their uncles and aunt just left, and they trashed the place. So...
I'm not enthused so far, to be honest with you.
Neither am I.
Well, it looks like, I mean, by the way it looks outside, it looks like, I mean, this took a while to build up this. Is that their room?
That's their room. That's the play area.
Do they have beds to sleep on?
Yeah, they have cots in there. They fold them up when they play.
Do they have bedding? I see cots. I don't even see bedding.
That's what the cots are. That is their bedding. I've already.
They have sheets, pillows, blankets.
Yes, they have pillows. They have blankets in there. I go in and I clean it every single day. And they take all of the toys out of the toys bin and they do that.
The house was a total mess, and to make matters worse, the children didn't even have bedding. That's nothing compared to what the officers would discover when they went inside the home.
Cleaning. Like, that's the thing. We've had DCF and we're still cleaning.
What's your DCF case for?
Like, I just got home from the hospital. Like, I don't even know why you're being mad.
I can tell you, looking at that diaper, it hasn't been 10 minutes. And I don't even have kids. I don't need to have kids to know that. That's not urine. Do you see that? That brown? Yeah. You see all that? That's not urine. And it's full of what looks like sand. You got cockroaches running around in here.
I understand this. I've been dealing with it for the past week. I don't know what else am I supposed to do.
I don't know, maybe put up your drug paraphernalia?
I'm doing the best I can. Like, I am here alone.
I'm not enthused.
There was trash all over the bedroom floor and cockroaches were everywhere, the feces on the walls and bed. Christina said her fiance's brother, his wife, and their son, who had previously lived with them, had made the mess. But that doesn't explain the horrendous condition the kids were made to endure. Things are getting out of hand, and Christina decides to call her fiance, Gilbert Bridewell, who arrives at the scene a few minutes later.
You live here?
Yes, sir. I am the father.
You been working on that or what?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been living here?
I've been in here roughly 2-3 years.
2-3 years? All right.
She's been living here with you for 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought she said just a few months. Huh.
It was on and off because my uncle had originally thrown her out, which I had to move out with her, and we moved back in once everything kind of cleared up.
Well, the reason we're here is the other children were locked in that other room. Just the screen, duct tape in there. Neighbors heard them screaming. It seemed to us that she was sleeping. Took several minutes to answer the door. So in case of emergency, she would have never known.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have a child camera in there.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Does that camera record?
It does not. It only shows, what's going on at the time.
So if I walked up to that window where they're sitting out there talking to complete strangers that they don't really recognize as law enforcement, and pull that screen off and take that kid through that window, how are you going to know?
I'd see it.
You'd see it while you're at work?
Not while I'm at work, but while she's here.
Well, she's here sleeping.
Yeah, I have no way to connect to it because we don't have internet. If I had internet.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Child neglect in Florida is considered a third-degree felony, which can lead to a 5-year jail term. I'm pretty sure Gilbert and Christina didn't consider these consequences when they put their children in danger. But just when you thought you'd seen it all, Gilbert gives an even more bizarre reason for the piles of trash outside the house.
How come there's just piles of trash?
That we sit it out front, but lately the cats and raccoons have been getting to it, and that's what happens out here.
Hold on, partner. I live with raccoons too. They don't do that, and that, and that, and that. That's not a raccoon. That might be a bear. That's not a raccoon.
Gilbert's explanations don't make any sense, and it's even more baffling that the couple's environment was deemed acceptable by DCF. The officers had had enough of their shenanigans and decided to arrest Christina and Gilbert for child neglect. The couple was charged with 3 counts of felony child neglect without great bodily harm, while the kids were placed in the care of a family member. But if you think neglecting a child in such a despicable manner is crazy, what happens when a delusional father is caught assaulting his children and becomes increasingly entitled?
You f***ing the f*** out!
You know what? Do me a favor, man. Turn around.
No! For what? For what? For what? No.
On December 26, 2022, a 14-year-old boy called the cops on his dad for allegedly assaulting him and his 9-year-old brother. When the cops arrived, they met the boy and his mother, who narrated the entire incident. You can hear the fear in his shaky voice, which reveals just how terrified he is of his father and how desperately he wants to protect his younger brother. That likely explains why he recorded the incident, but nothing could prepare the officer for the horror he was about to witness firsthand.
Coach asked her son what? Why isn't he like that with me? And then you had one chance to make a tackle at the national championships. And what'd you do? You f***ing the f*** out. Did you not?
Yes.
You want to be an athlete?
Yes.
Or do you want to be a f***ing scholar?
An athlete.
Then why are you a bitch? Am I the only one that's called you a bitch? That's what Coach Hester was calling you. A bitch. Why can't he be f***ing violent with us? You can't be violent? I'm gonna make you so angry at me, you're gonna be violent on every f***ing body. Got me?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes,
You
sir.
sure? Huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm done! That's what you need for motivation?
No.
Then act like it!
Yes, sir.
You can't hit anybody?
Yes, I
Hit me! Hit me hard! Come on! You're not that dude! You are not that dude! That was soft as f***. Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me that low again, bitch! Hit me where you're supposed to hit me! Imagine that! Okay? Yeah, exactly! Yes, exactly! Was that my f***ing shins or feet?
No, sir.
Guess who's next? Go!
At this point, the cops are growing increasingly frustrated with the man who should be a protector for his children, not a threat to them. After watching the disturbing video of the assault, they decided to take immediate action and went straight to his house.
Yeah, how you doing? Do me a favor, step out of the house. All right. What's going on today? What's what? All right, well, son called. Your son's with mom right now. Showed us a video.
A video?
Yes. You getting your other child?
I done that.
It's on video.
Okay.
All right.
I'm fine. Yeah, he's fine. I saw the whole thing. He's fine. Yeah. He's just trying to do some.
Mom is trying to be involved in a
Wait, go get that.
divorce dispute.
Okay.
Always. She's called you guys at least a dozen times already.
Notice how the 9-year-old waves his hand to show the officer that he's fine, with his little sister quickly backing him up. It's typical for children living in fear to react this way as they try to protect their oppressors out of fear of the consequences of speaking up.
What's your name?
Reichland?
Reichland?
Yes.
Alright, you alright, buddy?
Yeah, huh?
You sure?
Yeah.
Bravo 6, 10-4. Good, just look up at me, buddy.
10-4, I'm laying my man.
Okay, what were your dad doing? You and dad doing?
He was trying to discipline me because I was, I was just, being bad.
If I want to raise my kids, I don't want to raise them. If
Okay.
I don't injure them.
So,
She wants anything and everything to try to make things be what she wants them to be.
Okay. And you think that when you disciplining them in that video was okay?
Well, yeah.
Why is that?
Because he isn't injured.
He isn't injured?
No, he's not.
So slapping him in the face because you lost the video game is...
That has nothing to do with what happened. That is his mom manipulating the situation.
No, I saw the video.
You saw the video. It's because he lost the video game? He wasn't even playing a video game.
That's calling him a bitch and smacking him in the face for not being an athlete was okay?
If I want to raise my kids how I want to raise them, if I don't injure them, what does the Florida law say?
Well, it's capital punishment. It's not capital
No, that is not true. Franklin, are you injured?
The man, later identified as David 6, quickly blames his wife for manipulating the situation and insists that since his son wasn't injured, he did nothing wrong. However, when the officer tried to explain the severity of his actions, he becomes confrontational.
Well, sir, I'm going to explain something, okay? Corporal punishment has an extent.
Yeah,
and based on the video that we saw,
my son.
Okay, who else is here?
Who else is here?
Yes, sir.
Well, clearly me, my daughter,
Okay.
and my son.
It's nobody else.
There's nobody else here?
No.
Okay, where's your other son?
He left
Okay, is there a reason why you haven't called us or reported him missing?
because he told me he was going to his mom's.
Okay, where does mom
And
live?
he's a teenager. If he wants to leave and go to his mom's during a marital dispute, what do you want me to do about that? I can't do anything about that. I'm aware of that. My lawyer, I've contacted my lawyer since he left.
Okay.
He said, you have to let him go.
So you have no parental rights in controlling your son. You have to let him walk out the door.
I have to, yes, correct. According to family court law.
I don't know what lawyer
You guys aren't
have.
involved in that, I know that.
Okay, I don't know what lawyer you have.
But you guys aren't in law to step into custodial issues.
If your child leaves in the middle of the night and it's 45 degrees out and you don't know how long he's been gone for?
He's 14 years old.
Okay, what legally makes him an adult, sir?
Really?
Yes.
Because if any of my children decide they want to go to their mother, I've already been through this 3 times already with your same police department.
Did you call your wife and make arrangements for her to
Do
pick him
I
up?
need to?
David confirmed what his wife had said earlier, that the police had been to his place a few times before, so he knows how to handle them to make them leave, but not this time. Cause the officers are not backing off until he explains how he can be both a father and an offender, and it doesn't take too long before they run out of patience.
So what happened between you and your younger son here?
He left. He leaves all the time.
Your younger son here.
What's up?
You just disciplined me. Yeah.
Dad
Are
always
you
disciplined
injured?
you like that?
Does he have bruises?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
his,
do
red
I
is,
always
his ear is
discipline
pretty
you like
red
that?
from when you smacked him in the side of the head.
His ear is red because it's cold.
Yeah. It wasn't red when we were.
Are you guys serious right now?
So when we were playing?
I did not intend to injure any child that I've ever had.
Some of the video indicated.
Really?
Yeah.
The video indicated what?
I have kids, and I would. The way you discipline them, like he said, there's a certain extent when it comes to corporal punishment. Okay.
No, there's no such thing in Florida law.
Okay. Well, you know what? Do me a favor, man. Turn around.
No. For what?
Hey.
For what?
Don't resist.
For what? For what? No. What's your reasonable suspicion? What's your reasonable suspicion? You guys have to answer me that question. Are you guys kidding me? What's your reasonable suspicion to detain me?
Hey, don't.
What the fuck?
Stop resisting.
Look at what you're doing to my kids. This is what you're doing to my Really? Are you kidding me? This is what I'm doing to my kids? What are you doing to detain me right now? Because what? I punish my kids under the Florida law? Are you kidding me? As long as I don't intend to injure my children in my punishment, that is my right.
It also does the fact that you're intoxicated and you're the only
I'm
adult here.
intoxicated?
Yeah, I can smell the alcohol coming from
Yeah, I have.
You can laugh all you want, sir.
Oh my God. You really think you're right now? You don't. I don't. What are you pushing me for? What are you gonna do? Leave my kids here by themselves?
Nope.
Call mom.
Okay. Yeah, their mom
Hey,
is
just pull
fucking
your truck
perfect.
up. Go get your truck and pull it up. Do me a favor, guys.
Call
Just
your
go back
mom.
inside, okay?
Call your mom. Tell her how happy you are. This is what she wants. This is what you're giving her. I did nothing wrong under Florida law.
Okay. Well, you and I obviously have a different interpretation of how you deal with your kids, okay? And you
Yeah,
definitely
well, that's
crossed
what
the line
Florida
tonight.
law allows. Like, you guys
Absolutely
don't get
not,
it.
sir.
You guys don't get it. If you don't intend to injure your children, you can physically punish them.
You intended to strike him, though, didn't you?
That doesn't mean I intended to injure him, does
Yeah,
it?
that's still child abuse.
But you're not
without
understanding.
without
No,
bodily
you're not
harm. Yes, sir.
understanding.
David 6 was arrested and charged with child neglect, battery, resisting arrest, and child abuse.